Hello, this is Michael with Visionary Sim Pilot, and today I'm going to do a flight in my Platinum Airways Airbus A320. Going to go from McClellan Air Force Base, which is right next to Sacramento, California, flying down to Long Beach, California, carrying about 40,000 pounds of automotive parts. So I am connected to Air Hauler 2. I am also using FSCaptin, which I am starting right now, using PF3 for air traffic control, and I am using P3D version 4 for my simulator.
Good afternoon, Cat.
So here we go. So I'm going to put ground power on.
Captain, we're ready to get started.
Some battery and some avionics and start up the APU. Oh, and we need to open up the door as well. All of these things I have connected to various buttons on my yoke to make it more simple. And then let's, there is no
sign, so you don't have to worry about them.
Clear, or there's no weather reporting station here at McClellan, so I am going to use Active Sky and get a briefing for the whole flight. Figuring it should be clear. There's some weather coming into the area for tomorrow, but it's not too bad today. So let's see what happens here.
Abbreviated briefing from your current position to Kilo Mike Charlie to Kilo Lima Golf Bravo. Hermit Sierra is valid for IFR and mountain obscuration. Valid until 0300 Zulu for your route of flight. Hermit Zulu is valid for icing. Valid until 0300 Zulu for your route of flight. No segments active for your route of flight. Current weather conditions: Kilo Mike Charlie wind 138 at 4, visibility 10, sky condition ceiling 10,900, overcast, temperature 11, dew point 6, altimeter 3009 for the destination at your estimated arrival time. Wind 189 at 4, visibility 10, sky clear, temperature 16, dew point 8, altimeter 3010, winds aloft for the en route area at 3.
Alright, so there's some cloud cover up here, but nothing really going on down in Southern California. And McClellan doesn't actually have a tower, but the nice thing about PF3 is you can create tower frequency if you want to, or any other frequency. So I'm going to contact tower for clearance.
Tower Pacific Express 1771 at Gate 1 IFR 2 Kilo Lima Golf Bravo. Ready for clearance.
Pacific Express 177102 Kilo Lima Golf Bravo, line 217,000, expect flight level 350 10 minutes after departure. Squawk 7245, departure 124.35.
Clear to Kilo Lima Golf Bravo. Climb to 17,000. Flight level 350, intense squawk 7245, departure on 124.35, Pacific Express 1771.
Pacific Express 1771, read back correct, altimeter 1019, report ready to taxi.
Roger, altimeter is 1019, report when ready to taxi, Pacific Express 1771.
And then typically when I do that, I get my speed set on my autopilot at 220 so that
Captain,
I don't
the cabin is secure.
accidentally
All
go
passengers
over
are
speed. Set the altitude at 17,000 with a climb rate of 1,800 feet per minute.
The door is locked and secured.
And I just closed the doors, and we're gonna get we're gonna request taxi.
Tower Pacific Express 1771, ready to taxi.
FSCaptin along.
Pacific Express 1771 taxi to runway and hold runway 16 using taxiway. Alpha.
Alpha. Runway 16 Pacific Express 1771.
And requested pushback from GSX ground services. So they will be coming to push us back. And if I remember...
Hello, Captain. We're ready for pushback.
If I remember correctly, you won't be able to see the ground taxi gauge for PF3, but
Departure check completed. Bypass pin inserted.
there's a nice little ground taxi guidance system gauge. It also has voice that goes along with it too, so you will hear that as I'm taxiing to the runway. As we are waiting for the little pushback. Not quite there yet. Let's go outside the plane real
Locking
quick.
gear.
And they're still connecting things up. Oh, there we go. And we want the nose to go back to the left.
Release parking brakes.
And so we release
Commencing
those.
push. All engines clear. Start at will.
And so we are going to start engines, put pitot heat on, turn on the lights, don't need the panel lights, don't need the landing lights yet. Switch over to GPS from nav. Kind of chilly, so we're going to put de-icing, and they said that they did have some de-icing or some icing issues along the way. So we have that on. All that's good, all that's good, all that's good. Let's set the flaps right now while we're here. And let's put on the fuel crossfeed up there so that that's all set too. And let's get rid of that little panel right there. And I'm going to shrink my screen down just a little bit so I can see my taxi gauge, so that that all looks good. Alright, we got our pushback in progress here.
Set parking brakes.
And we put the parking
On pitch to
brakes
ground.
on.
We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
Unlocking gear.
So they will be disconnecting there. And I've already got V1, VR, and V2 set. So we're all good that way.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed. Left is clear. Right is clear.
And let's see when FSCaptin is ready to release us for taxi. Almost there. So I'm gonna do this up until we get basically decently up into the climb, and then I'll stop the recording, and then part 2 will be, I will go from top of descent for part 2. Just so you know that we'll be going into Long Beach. We're going to be following the KO8 arrival, which is kind of cool because it goes down through the center of the state. And as I do the welcome announcement there, So it goes over
Ladies and
Palmdale,
gentlemen,
Palm
this is
Springs, and
on behalf of myself
then
and the rest of your
turns
crew,
around
I wanna
and
welcome you
heads
aboard
over the
our
coast so that we can land
Taking a
on
look at
most
the
likely
weather alarm,
runway
your captain feels we'll
30.
be on time today.
Alright,
However,
so
if things
let's
change, we'll let you know. I have one
start the
special favor to ask
taxi
everyone, and that is, while you're in your seat, please keep your
out
seatbelt
here to
fastened
runway
snugly
16
buttoned.
for
That's
takeoff.
what we do in the cockpit, just in case we encounter some unexpected turbulence. In the
Checked
meantime,
all
you
that.
sit
Now
back,
sometimes I
relax, and
will
enjoy the
use
flight.
multi-crew
If there's
experience so
anything
that I can
anyone can do to make your
communicate
flight a more pleasant one,
with
please
the
let us
crew.
know. And once again, welcome aboard.
But I'm not using that today.
Bear left taxiway Alpha.
Yep, I know, I'm turning. Plane doesn't always turn so fast. And there we go.
Bear right on taxiway Alpha. Bear right. Straight on.
Oh, we'll taxi in here, so that's that guidance system. Gives you some instruction as you're taxiing, which is always kind of nice, especially when you're not familiar with the airport. This one's fairly simple. And we'll see, the sun might be setting during this flight too, because it's fairly late in the day. Just kind of see how that goes. Try to get a little bit more into the center of the taxiway here instead of off to the side. But there we are, taxiing down the runway. My 10th anniversary. Platinum Airways. This is the virtual airlines that I belong to. We have lots of different aircraft and paint jobs and or liveries. Runways here at McClellan are nice and long for big Air Force jets. But in Air Hauler 2, I have a factory here that makes auto parts. And down in Long Beach, I have another factory that makes moped scooters, and they are shorthanded on auto parts. So I am taking these auto parts so that I can make some more moped scooters, so that then I can sell them and make more money.
Straight on.
So that I can buy other aircraft and do other things.
November
and stuff like that.
777. Line up and wait. Runway 16.
Line up and wait. Runway 16. November 777.
There we go, and I just kind of set PF3 to the next
left.
virtual co-pilot mode so that it will kind of handle all the radios and I won't really have to tell it to do much of anything. And here we are over at runway 16. And we got that other little aircraft there taking off as we are here. So in a second I'm going to close taxi guidance gauge and I'm going to make my screen just a little bit bigger for me. So a lot of these things I use because I am visually impaired. So I set all this stuff up so that
November 777, contact departure on 124.35.
it works well for me.
Roger, 124.35, November 777 today.
So let's request our takeoff clearance.
Tower Pacific Express 1771, runway 16, ready for departure.
Pacific Express 1771, winds 160 at 3, runway 16, cleared for takeoff, fly heading 150.
We're clear.
Roger. Cleared for takeoff,
Affirmative.
fly heading 150, Pacific Express 1771.
Alright, and I told
Ladies
FS
and
Captain
gentlemen,
that
the
we
captain
got
has
our takeoff
advised that
clearance.
we are now
We're going to
cleared for
turn
takeoff.
landing lights back on so that we're good there. I already set the flaps. So we are all good there. Taxi out here. Make the little turn. And then we are going to slowly turn those engines all the way up. Push that throttle all the way forward. Do our best to stay pretty close to the middle of the runway here. This plane sometimes likes to pull a little bit left.
80 knots.
There's 80.
V1, rotate.
And then we're going to pull back
V2.
a little bit. Start our climb. There we go. Put the gear up. This plane, once it kind of gets climbing, it really likes to climb.
Pacific Express 1771, contact departure on 124.35.
A little bit too steep of a climb there.
124.35, Pacific Express 1771.
And I have a little button on my yoke so that as I get close to speed, we're
Departure
gonna
Pacific
put the
Express
flaps up.
1771, out
So
of
as I get close to speed,
1,500, 417,000.
Pacific Express 1771, radar contact.
I can
Emitter
set
is 1019.
those.
Watch it.
Roger, Pacific Express 1771.
Set that. It really does like to climb quite crazily.
Departure Southwest 830 with 23,000.
Southwest 830, radar contact. Altimeter is 1019.
So now we're gonna
1019 Southwest
set that
830.
climb.
Southwest
We're gonna
312
set
and
the
right heading
heading for
020.
150.
Roger, right 2020, southwest 312.
We got the
American
autopilot.
049, turn right heading 140.
Right 140, American 049.
Engaged. And then we want to check everything. We're climbing good.
Pacific Express 1771, turn left heading 125.
Left to 125, Pacific Express
Turn left.
1771.
Oops, I went a little bit too far to 125. Get that airspeed back up to 240. Turning left there so that we can get on our flight path.
Southwest 988, turn left
Towards
heading
Long
140.
Left 140,
Take a
Southwest
quick look
988.
outside here.
Frontier 093, turn left heading 150.
We can see how
Left
things are going from
150,
the
Frontier
outside.
093.
Looking good
Departure
there.
November 777 with you, level 2000.
November 777, roger, radar
Back
contact.
out just a
Altimeter
little
is
bit so we can see a
1019.
little bit more, but
1019 November
it's pretty
777.
evening. Climbing out.
Pacific Express 1771, resume on navigation to Foxtrot, Romeo, Oscar, Golf, Oscar.
Alright, and now we can
Roger, resume on navigation
set it
to
on
Fox
nav
Rot, Romeo, Oscar,
so that it will
Golf,
follow
Oscar,
that
Pacific
GPS.
Express 1771.
and fly that route. We're already up at 7,000 feet.
Southwest 830, climb to 6,000.
Roger, line 26,000 Southwest 830.
Frontier 093, turn right heading 075.
And we can
Right 2075, Frontier 093.
clouds here and there, but not too bad.
Pacific Express 1771, contact Oakland Center on 135.7.
Roger, 135.7 Pacific Express 1771.
So that's the beauty. PF3 can handle the ATC for me and I can just listen in.
Oakland Center, Pacific Express 1771, out of 8,500, 417,000.
Pacific Express 1771, altimeter is 1019er.
So, and sometimes in some flights, especially when I use MCE, I will communicate myself and I will talk to myself and answer PF3. You can set it all up to do that too, and I always like that as well. But not today. So, coming up on 10,000 feet, so I'm going to turn the landing lights off. So they are now off. It's all set there. Climate just fine. Everything's all good.
May now be used, with the exception of TVs, radios, two-way
that
transmitters,
airspeed up to
or any other device in a transmit mode.
260.
These devices may interfere with the aircraft's
Now that we're over 10,000
communication
feet,
and navigation system.
climb rate back at 1800, so that we have a nice smooth climb going out, and we can gain speed just a little bit faster. Currently, we have a little bit of a tailwind, slightly at 28 knots. From the northwest, so it's going to push us a little bit. Alright, and here we go, climbing into the sky. And through the clouds. Just like that. Through the mist. And there it's that active sky. Real world weather. Which I like so much. Alright, so from here it's pretty simple. So I'm going to stop the recording here and I will start part 2 at the top
Oakland
of
Center,
the
Delta
descent.
390 is with you.
So
Out
I
of
will
flight
see you
level
in part 2.
230.
Roger, Delta 390.